What up, Super Fun Force? Captain Games to here. Today I'm going to quickly talk about Power Rangers, the show, and I'm going to get into this dinofury here. So really quickly, if you haven't already, check out my previous videos on Super Sentai Kira Major. It's my absolute favorite series from the characters, the storylines, the show overall, and then of course the gem-inspired Megazords. And I highly recommend you watch that if you can. I know it's very difficult to do so because unfortunately getting translated, subtitled versions are very difficult. So even myself, I was able to get my hands on like a third-party DVD collection set, which unfortunately doesn't have the greatest quality. I thought it would be, better, but it's hard to watch it. I mean, if you look for websites that put subtitled translated versions online, that's one way to watch it, but of course that's not officially sponsored by Hasbro or Bandai. So I think there's a problem there. I hope in the future Hasbro and Bandai make some kind of deal, and maybe they can just start translating and bringing over the Japanese shows, because overall they're generally just better storylines, better characters, better character development. The American show is pretty decent. Again, I liked the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back in the days. The first 2 seasons in the movie was really cool. But after that, it became kind of repetitive. It was kind of like, a 90s, like Saved by the Bell, type of like sitcom, like high school drama. And then, of course, you add in the, extra superpowers and action, from like an anime or a comic book. However, it got kind of repetitive. So after that, whole Mighty Morphin thing came out, yeah, you don't just really see any, character development, interesting storylines, not much depth, and they kind of got over the wow factor really quickly, where it was more about like, oh, look at this new Green Ranger, oh, the new White Ranger, the new Zords, and it was just kind of like, well, now it's just, if it's all about just introducing new stuff, I mean, each season kind of does that, right? Because in Bandai, they release a new, like, brand new series, new characters, new Megazord, so it's like, well, you gotta at least make this series when it comes out interesting and full of depth, and have some of its own value to stand on its own, right? Like, again, it needs to have great characters, personal storylines, great relationships, interactions, and just an overall more cohesive sense of like a series that you can actually like get immersed in. So with that being said, though, let's move on to the toy. So I'm very selective when it comes to Super Sentai. Again, I've only bought the Kira Major stuff, and this one though caught my eye. So just to preface, guys, this is obviously the Hasbro version. So I will say that if you look online, you can find more in-depth reviews comparing the Hasbro version to the Bandai versions. Now, with Kira Major, at this point, we only have the ability to import the Bandai version, so I got all those. But with the Hasbro, the dinofury, they've been, licensing them and re-releasing them here. Now, there are slight differences. I'm not going to get into all of that. I will say for the most part, they look the same, and in many cases, I also feel like the Hasbro versions look a little bit better. The downside is they might have a little bit less quality, and they're kind of scaled down a little bit. So like the Tyrannosaurus here, for example, this portion is smaller. You might have some different paint applications, maybe some less paint applications, and I know the keys have additional functions. However, these keys are still cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. And so basically the conclusion is, I decided to just go with the American release. It's easier to get, less expensive for sure. And I think they look overall better, And again, it doesn't matter, maybe you like them both. Maybe you can get, both of them and stuff. But anyways, oh yeah, let's take a look at the box really quick. So this is the front you've been looking at. I think it's done really well. They're advertising plastic-free packaging for better recycling and for the environment. That's always good. So up here, they show you the 5 pieces you're gonna get. And then I like how on the back here, they show you the different combinations. They call it Zord Link. And basically, this is also what made me interested in it. They give you a lot of creative options and customization, and I think that's really, really fun. Apparently, they took inspiration from Lego this time, because it has kind of like the quad peg system here, where like you can, bolt on the pieces together. So obviously Lego is known for its, multi-peg system, right? Where you combine the blocks, right? So this kind of borrows that idea. Now, what's fun is that you can obviously emulate the ones that are created in the show, like the official ones. But what makes it more exciting to me is you can create your own custom ones, right? And that's really great. So the only other thing I'll say on this though is if you take a look at the Japanese release, you can see what all of the Zords are, how they interact, and the way they link up. And right now we don't have all of them through Hasbro as of this video. And from what I see online, people are saying we might not get all of them. So that could be another thing you might want to think about if you're going to collect this set. If you want all of them, you're going to have to get the Japanese ones, which again will be, twice as expensive per each, Zord on average. But like I said, I really like the main 5, and I'm gonna get at least 1, if not 2 more. Hint, hint. But yeah, so let's take a look at this. And I did get this when it first came out, guys. I got this last year. Can you believe it? I got this, I believe it was November of 2021. But I just kept it up in my storage, and I just been super busy with like Beyblade and like Nerf, and then getting the Cure Major stuff, and then some other retro toys and He-Man. But now I want to definitely delve into this because, as I said, they released a couple of more Zords, and I'm going to get at least one of them. Okay. I already like the way it's been packaged, actually. Look at that. Wow. Awesome. I like these little cartons here. Really cool. Now, this is going to be a quick unboxing and overview. This little guy looks a little bit smaller than I thought. But you know what? Right off the bat, I want to say this. Wow. So here's the keys. Like they have them down there. But they did this right. Like, again, I always complain about the Transformers. I don't like how they've gotten super, like, overly detailed and engraved. This looks fantastic. Wow. I mean, you can obviously look here in close, like the way that they detail and etch everything here. But man, it looks phenomenal. It doesn't look overdone. It looks like it looks like something bad on the Transformers. It looks like they're old, worn out, damaged. Just like, I don't really like the way they've done the Transformers. But these are fantastic. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit slight, like the paint application is not the best, as I said. A little bit of spillage over here. Sorry, a little bit over here. This looks like it's been a little bit like scuffy, or it's kind of like scratched off a little. It doesn't look damaged or anything like that. Obviously looks brand new. Man, look at those arms. Looks cool. And what's nice is that this is actually pretty posable. Look at that. You can bend, so you can bend the arms in like this. So you can't really bend them like in a bicep motion, like a natural bicep. It just bends in, doesn't like bend up like this. But still, that's pretty posable. The head has a little bit more movement. I think that one of the main differences with the Japanese versions is that the keys, like, they fold out. And I know there's like a voice activated one where you can hear the Sentais, like, doing their famous sayings. And then, of course, it transforms into a character when you fold it over, which, let me see. Yeah, so how you have this kind of like this section here, and then you have this to cover it up when you turn it into the head. That's different. But yeah, I like it. It looks fine. Wow, that's cool. Awesome. Okay, and then yeah, here we have the I love the colors on these: red, blue, pink, and green. This is such a great combination. Splatoon. Yeah, a lot of people use blue green and pink. But again, look at that. Look at all those details, the engravings. It just looks right on this. And it's funny too, because like I said, with the Transformers, I don't mind it on the Dinobots. But this, it just has a natural, like every single piece of this mold. I haven't really seen people talk about this, but this is something to admire for sure. And only a little bit of hollowing in there. That's the other issue that I say all the time about Transformers. I don't really buy the Hasbro ones anymore. They're way too hollowed out, But it's acceptable here. I mean, obviously you're getting all these pieces together. But then just look at that fantastic detailing, Overall, it still feels very solid, very sturdy. I'm getting some Voltron vibes for sure. I've always thought saber-tooth tigers were really cool. Yeah, wow, look at that. And then we have like, the keys are in here. Really nice. And then we got the other ones in here. Got the tails. Let's look at the Stegosaurus looking dude. Wow. This guy is awesome. Tank mode. Wow, this is cool, guys. All right, well, we're gonna end with that for now. I'm gonna do some more videos once I have a chance to play around with it more and get familiar. Again, this is the basic unboxing. I mean, I can show what else you get. Like, so you get these extra fist parts, and then yeah, you can see it's really cool. It has like the Lego compatibility here. You know, you could just like straight up plug most parts in together, I guess. I mean, you wouldn't really do this, but yeah, I mean, that's cool. What do they give us in here? Oh wow, they give us part of the tail, which this can become like a sword or a tail. It's really fantastic. Definitely gonna keep this whole box setup is done really nicely, for sure. And then this, oh, looks like this kind of splits open. Nice. Wow, look at that detailing inside. Really awesome. So like, for example, you know, you could just plug this up in here. That's really cool. You know, create like another weapon or something. And then yeah, here's like the drill parts for this guy. You know, and again, everything can just be like plugged up and stuff. So like really, really nice. Look at that. So yeah, you know, you kind of get that Lego vibes thing going. Man, this is awesome. And then of course they give you these pieces here. Again, you can see the peg ports and everything like that. Plenty of options. And over here, I mean, this guy, I guess we just got to put this guy together. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this guy's pretty straightforward, right? We're going to just take, like, would this body be like this way? Yeah. And look at that. It's so nice because, like, again, these parts, you can take them obviously apart and then do other stuff with them. You know? Although this is, no, this goes this way. There you go. There's one way to do it, I guess. I mean, you probably, well, I mean, it's fine. I mean, again, that's what's fun about it. You can do it yourself however you want. And then I guess this guy, did this guy have the tail? Oh, wow, he has like these cannon things underneath. Really, really cool. So yeah, again, bear with me, guys. I'm not an expert on the dinofury set, but I'm gonna have fun customizing them. That's the main reason I got them. And like I said, I watched most of the first season, and I really, really like the way they do this customization this time around. And it has a nice heft. This doesn't feel pretty cheap or anything by any means. Oh yeah, and again, look at that. I guess you can use this as a guide when you put it together. But wow, it just looks so great. It looks like a model kit, you know. And here's some more fists right here. Excited for that. And then here's the other, oh, there you go. There's a tail section for that. And look at all these options, you know, for building out like different heads, different characters. I almost want to get like the other two that they're releasing, because this is set 1 through 4, basically, and then they have the 5 and the 6. But hey, you know what? I'm going to spoil it already for you guys, because I picked up the 5. So we'll check that out in another video. I'll do another one on this. The one that I'm not sure I'm going to get is the 6, because even though it looks cool, the Mosa, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the head split coming out of the mouth, but we'll see. Now that I'm actually playing with all of these and putting them together and posing them and stuff, it's like, oh man, dude, just having all these extra parts, I feel like I might have to grab number 6, right? Mosa. We'll see. This one I'll talk more about, but this one was definitely a for sure, because I really, really like penguins, and you get penguin vibes from that mode. But this one just looks phenomenal. This has like Gundam and really, really cool inspiration going for it. So definitely get this one too, guys. So we'll have to see. The more that I customize and put these together, I might want to get the Mosa one. But anyways, let's finish off here with the section down here for the rest of the Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, here we go. Look at those feet. Got those claws. Here's the tail section that becomes a weapon, and here's like another little like sword thing. Super nice. This would also be a great video if you guys ever want to rebox your your dinofury set, because you'll get to see how it was, you know, inside the box. So this one doesn't split, but has all those pieces here. It's kind of like a shield or like a guard you put somewhere. And look, like I said, this is one of the things where the Bandai one is like scaled a lot larger, which definitely can look epic, but I like this scale better. I don't think that the head should be like ginormous. I mean, yeah, that's how like, you know, Tyrannosaurus technically is believed to look like. And then of course, if you make it for fantasy, I guess it looks a little bit more ferocious if you make the head large. But this is a fine scale for me, you know, like it doesn't look bad here. It'll look a lot smaller if you know, take the Bandai one, the Japanese one, then you'll be like, whoa, this one looks tiny. But again, I'm happy with it. For the value you pay for the Hasbro set, definitely worth it. All right, guys, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and have fun now. I'll be doing a lot more videos with this in the future because I'll want to show off my custom combos. And I'll definitely do another video on the Zordlink number 5, which is Terra Freeze. All right, man. Well, there you guys go. Let me know in the comments if you guys have picked this up, if you watched dinofury, what you think about it. Other than that, please like and subscribe. I'll definitely be doing some more stuff with Kira Major and some more dinofury stuff. I mean, this is a really cool setup here you have to get. Again, even if you're not a big fan of Power Rangers or Super Sentai, if you like retro toys, or if you like, again, mecha transformer stuff, like I say with the Bakugan, this will look great on your shelf. It's fun to play with and manipulate. Definitely stirs the imagination as far as like science fiction goes. And I don't think you can go wrong with this for sure. Great value for what it is, what you get and what you can do with it. And of course, I know kids will love it for sure. So those of you who are like parents and you want something you can maybe share with your kids, hey, this will be exactly what you want to do. You know, play with it, put it on display, and enjoy it. And it's multitude of configurations for sure. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Please like and subscribe, support the channel. Let's keep it going, bringing fun and positivity, guys. Otherwise, please keep your faith, say prayers, stay blessed, stay thankful. See you again, coming back at you. Peace.